think like the best thing about dance music is it's like very inclusive. It's celebratory. Like people are there to dance and like forget their worries and like be present. I think that like when it strays too far from that, like too pretentious or like too this, that, or the other thing, that's when it starts to get bad. But like as long as we can steer the ship back to like always being about like acceptance and like being cool and like letting go and like being free, that's what it's all about, you know?
Like, did you study at like a monastery or something?
No,
You're like,
but I'm thinking about it. No.
Very zen.
you guys
exactly.
need to tell everyone your real names, you know?
I'm Tom.
And I'm Jimmy.
So you're not Bob and Moses.
No, and people, I think that's the number one question we get asked is who's Bob and who's Moses. We got named it, like that's the short story.
Do you guys love architecture or something?
No, I mean, it was like the...
I'm in doctor.
Yeah, we do actually, but like...
That's not the reason.
Francis Harris from the label Scissor and Thread, he named us because we were doing some collaborations with his group Frank and Tony that he was involved in, and we didn't have a name yet, and so he was like, how about Bob Moses? And we liked the idea. It was like the city planner, the civil rights activist, a drummer, and back then it was like kind of cool to be mysterious, and like our first press pictures were all smoky.
Oh,
you know?
really?
I just learned there was also a artist, an old lady who was an artist named Grandma Moses,
Oh, really?
which I just learned about like last week.
Oh, that's right.
So like, you know, we liked the fact that it was like kind of names that everybody knew, and like you feel like everybody knows Moses and everybody knows a Bob, and you know.
I don't feel like I know many Bobs
I know, but
nowadays.
like, you know your Uncle Bob or like your dad or something.
Now people go by Robert. Bob's not cool anymore.
It's just like the way that we know to like, if our tour managers, like if somebody comes backstage and they're trying to get backstage and they're like, I went to high school with Bob, our tour manager knows like, do not let that person back.
Yeah.
Bob and I go way back.
Yeah, no pass for you. Being in like a partnership, whether it's music or whatever you're doing, having someone to share the journey with,
Yeah.
it's so important because there's so much crazy shit that's happened that like if Tom wasn't there, no one believed it's true. And we have each other, you know, that you're like, I feel, we talk about this like all the time, at least once a year, we'll be on like a plane being like, dude, our life's so fucking crazy. And we'll be like, oh man, those, like some of the DJs that just do this alone, like you have no one in those adrenaline dips when like you've just rocked a stage, then you're in a car, then you're at the airport, then you're on a plane and you're like, you can't sleep and you're exhausted and you have no one to share that with. Like the fact that we have each other is like, that's really, as corny as it sounds, it's like, it makes it so much better.
Yeah, I feel like some people either like thrive in a duo or they don't, you know?
We're lucky because we're very like, we agree on most things and we're like overlap a lot, but like we also have like parts of our personality that are like totally different. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like, and it complements each other quite well. So like, I think we're kind of lucky that it works that way. You know, if we were two of the very similar type people, it might be a bit, we might butt heads more, but
Yeah.
yin and yang, you know?
The yin and the yang.
The two takeaways from this interview are it's all about the journey, dude.
It's all about the journey.
And just find somebody to share your life with, man.
I know, I feel like this is more of a therapy session
Totally.
than anything else.
I mean, you know, like, fuck those memes. I hate that those memes are right, but it's true.
I do see how like you guys are different, but it's like you guys are very chill.
Yeah,
You're
we got
very,
a lot of, we got big live, laugh, love energy, you know?
Yeah, you're very normal and chill.
It's also like, we're Canadian, you know, everybody's nice up there.
There we go.
Yeah.
I know one thing I have, and I'm sure you guys probably have this on a whole another scale, is like, for me, I'll worry so much and I'll want something so badly. Like, I'm like, oh my God, if this just happens or I meet this person, you know, I'll be happy. Everything will be good. And then that happens, and then it's like, oh.
Yeah.
You don't even feel it, you know?
It's so true. Like we talk about this all the time, and like part of the record is about this. It's like, you know, you hit these goals or you meet these marks that you like dreamed of when you were starting out, and then you wake up the next day and you're like, okay, life continues. And like you have to like, I think resting on your laurels, like no one, if you're really motivated and ambitious and care about the art and want to do something awesome, like if you're just resting on the accolades you've achieved, that's not really enough. So I think it's like the drive, you want that feeling of like, oh, I'm legitimate at what we're doing, or you know what I mean? Like you want that of like, oh, this is a real job, and like all that stuff. But then also when those moments are done, you're like, okay, we gotta keep going, you know?
Yeah, all those corny things are like the journey, man. It's all like that shit's true, unfortunately.
It is.
Unknowingly. You know?
Enjoying the journey.
I don't fully even believe it myself yet, but like the older I get, like the more I'm like, I guess they're right, you know?
Feel about booth culture in general right now. You know, that's my favorite.
I mean, I love people behind us when we're playing. I think
Do
it's
you
awesome.
really?
Yeah, it's like cool to have because we also do the band thing, and so the
Yeah.
band thing is very much like I guess what they would call like a dark stage. Like no one's allowed on because
Yeah.
you could get in the way of the crew. But DJ culture, it's supposed to be about people around you and like
Party.
it's a party.
Yeah.
I think that yes, it getting crazy with like the levels of access you can purchase. Yes, of course it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the commercialization of booth culture is a bit yuck, but like I think that there's too many. Like I feel like when you're like at a club environment or even a festival, like obviously the act has to get to the stage and the crew has to be able to do what they're going to do. But like when they like kick everybody off stage, it's like so lame.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not fun. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just nice to turn around and like have people there and like it be fun and you see people smiling and I don't know. I like being around people and then all those other things we talked about that like we don't really deal with that. I would say we're not really like the whole bottles and tables and you have to get this band to do this. Like that's where it gets a bit like, oh come on,
Club gig is about vibe. It's about the vibe in the room, and the best clubs and the best stages have a great vibe everywhere you go. And having people backstage is part of that until it's not. You know what I mean? And if there's nobody backstage and so the vibe sucks backstage, or if there's everybody on their phone backstage so the vibe sucks, it's about the vibe being good,
Amen.
And I feel like you guys were kind of like pioneering like the club set. Like everyone's doing a club set now.
I mean, it was just sort of like, what is it? Necessity is the mother of invention. It was just like we needed to find a way to sing in a booth and perform our songs back when we had like diddly of production. And so we were like, okay, let's just like set up the guitar and the vocals in the booth and play our songs. And either people are going to be like, we don't like vocals over house music, or this is
Still get, by the way.
Do you really?
every once in a while, or this is going to work. And it ended up working,
Yeah.
So it was kind of like we tried to figure it out. We tried to make it work. And that was like the easiest thing we could think of. And now that we have the band, we still kept the club set so that we can do things like, because clubs are so much fun,
Yeah.
and now we've had people reach out to us every once in a while. Yo, how do you guys do that? Because it is a technical, like we've dealt with the feedback, we've dealt with the.
And I mean, also, it used to be more like when we were starting, and the whole like, it sort of felt like Berlin was jumping over the pond and like coming to Brooklyn. That's kind of what it felt like. And so there was this whole element of like doing it live, which it's still like machines doing it all, but it's a live set versus and a controller versus like CDJs or something. So we've kind of pared it down. Like we started more complicated and we've gotten a bit simpler just so we can be more versatile, because it's like we've always just kind of tried to let the music lead and not get to like not let the fact that we wanted to play these warehouse raves in Brooklyn like stop us from playing, because like we definitely had the thought, oh, should we not do that, and should we like book a indie venue and like bring our guitars and go do it that way? And we were like, no, we want to be part of this vibe that we love going out to in Brooklyn. So how do we just figure out how to do what we want musically there? That's how it started.
Yeah, and playing like those shows were shit shows. So like learning to play there, like basically we could set up anywhere.
Yeah.
Like we could set up in this room and make a show happen. And like that's like the essence, if you boil it down to the club set, is like being able to rock anywhere.
Technology is crazy. It scares me, and I couldn't imagine like with like AI and music right now. That's like I can't, because I always wanted to produce. I was kind of like, I wish I put more time into it when I was younger, but like nowadays it's like I feel like anybody can just put out something. Just kind of scary.
The thing is with AI, it's like it's got a ways to go. I mean, there's so much more to music than just the actual music. There's like the story, there's the artist, where it's from culturally, like the cities the scenes that it's born out of. Like there's a lot of things. It's almost there's a lot to music and fashion and art that's almost this like Emperor's New Clothes thing, where like you almost believe things because of the stories we tell and the context that it lives in. And AI doesn't have a lot of context, at least not yet anyway. And so I think there's something so innately human about art that people are attracted to, that you can almost feel the bullshit.
Yeah.
And some humans are not even humans.
I was
that
about to
make
say,
music,
I was like, that's why I like your music. 'Cause I feel like it has a lot of soul, and it's like actually telling a story. It's not just like, I met a girl, we partied. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
We'll play this video in 6 months when AI's
Right, yeah.
scan it and be like, I got to do better at having soul. You know?
My last question. How did you feel about your behind the booth baddie placement? I put you like very low.
I was a bit hurt. I gotta be.
What? I feel like I put all the people that were like loyal and like down there.
It's true. We're too nice to have high on the chart booth.
Yeah.
baddie
That's what I'm
placement.
saying.
Yeah, we're just too, like, we're not, it's accurate.
No, you guys definitely. I know you guys had at least like 7 comments being like, "Wait, why'd you put him so low?"
I mean,
I don't know, but let's be real. Aren't booth baddies like kind of all dangerous in their own way?
That's what I'm saying.
You know? So it's like,
They're always up to something.
yeah.
once had somebody bring me a cheeseburger.
Really?
And I was like, this is strange. And then they chased me out of the club and was mad that I didn't eat the cheeseburger. But also it was like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Kinda
And-
scary.
and, like, what a sweet thing to do to, like, you know, like, oh, this guy might be hungry and there's a cheeseburger. But then also like the fact that it's like, you didn't eat the cheeseburger. It was like, it's like, okay. Some people just have weird angles, you know?
Is that like how would if you were a booth baddie watching this, you're like, I really want to get behind the booth for Bob Moses. What's something they could do?
Oh.
Man, I'm not perfect.
Yeah, we don't, I don't think the prerequisite, there's not like a questionnaire, you know, you gotta
Yeah,
fill
yeah,
this
yeah.
out.
I'm not like a like
We
a
should start
professional.
one.
It's all about having good vibes at the party. If you're like,
So no cheeseburger.
I don't want to rule that out. I wasn't in it there. That doesn't mean the next time I won't be.
cheeseburgers, maybe something that's slightly easier to
Oh,
eat.
icy pops. One time somebody brought icy pops. Remember that? That's icy pops.
See, I like because that's sealed. You know, the burger's a
Yeah.
little scary.
Yeah.
The
it's also
sealed icy pop.
If you're gonna bring a cheeseburger, bring a napkin too.
Yeah, there was no napkin.
Yeah.
There was,
You're
yeah.
gonna eat it, and then you're gonna be like, what do I do with my hands?
Yeah, and then you're DJing, and then you're covering
And
the.
then I'm gonna get pissed because he's fucking getting ketchup on the mixer. And shit.
Right,
I'm
right.
gonna mix the record. I'm gonna be like, Jimmy, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So confirmed, icy pop.
Icy
is how
pop.
you get
A good
it.
attitude, icy pops. Have a good time. You know, to be honest, I've never really been that annoyed by anyone behind us. Everyone's pretty cool. They don't bring out their phone that much.
It's not so much like what to do to get in the booth. It's like, if you're gonna be back there, don't like look like you're having a bad time or like just stand around or like check your phone. Like if you're
Yeah.
gonna be there, like
Have fun.
have fun.
Yeah.
Icy pop, cheeseburger, good vibes.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it. Cut.